Okay. So now in this lesson what we are going to work, we are going to work with Active Directory trust relationship. Okay. Now what is Active Directory trust relationship? Let's understand it first. Suppose I have here one bank. This is my bank server, right? So these bank servers are attached with ATM servers, right? You know what is ATM? Now, so here one user came to withdraw the money, right? So he will put the ATM card and he will withdraw the money, right? But maybe this bank is BSEC Bank and this ATM is of BSEC Bank ATM, right? But Freeland Bank user came and he can also withdraw the money. Even I can also withdraw the money if I have Visa or MasterCard, right? But how it is working? So you are the customer of any other company and you are able to use the resource and the services of other banks, right? But how it works? It works only on the behalf of trust. Okay, so they configure trust relationship between them. When the trust relationship is there, then you can use here your other company resources. So here, what is Active Directory? We will come to know what is Active Directory trust relationship, benefit, types, and how we can configure the trust relationship. Active Directory domain trust, right, which is defined to communicate securely and make a trust with another server for accessing the resources of another companies. See here, trust enable you to grant access to the resource user groups and computers across, yes, entities, or you can write means another servers. Okay, now there are two type of trust. One is one way trust and one is two way trust. Okay, so we'll come to know that. So by saying that the way a trust work is similar to allowing a trusted entity to across your own resource, right? And it's two-way step process, means the user of BSEC Bank can access your resource and the user of uh, yes, your resources can be accessed by that user. Now how you can configure? First you have to establish this trust, and then second is what? Second is you have to provide the permission, like what you can access and what you cannot access. It's not that we made a trust and everything you can access. No, I allowed you only to access my ATM. It's not that you come with your own check and you can withdraw from my bank. It's not like that, right? So it all depends on you, that what type of trust you are going to make with your uh, trusted entity or trusted server or your neighbor, you can say. Here just make an example here. Let me change all this, control F, find what, replace with iiht.com, replace all. Here find this, replace with panis.com, replace all. Now he's saying that benefits. Trust make it possible for the users in one domain to be authenticated by the domain controller in a separate domain. For example, if there is a Bidirectional trust relationship between domain ist.com and panes.com. So Panes user will access the resource of IST, IST users will access the resource of Panes. User with account in ist.com domain are able to authenticated in the Panes domain and by configuring the trust relationship, right? It is possible to allow users in one domain to cross and access the resource of another domain. Okay, same thing. Anything. Example, if you are talking about, you can access anything, computer, printer, server, whatever you want to allow, he can access it. Now we have 6 type of trust: parent trust, tree root trust, shortcut trust, external trust, forest trust, and realm trust. So we'll see all the trust one by one, right? Now let's come on this example. Okay, now let's take an example. Suppose I am talking about trust type now. So how many trust we have? Forest trust, tree root trust, parent child trust, shortcut trust, external trust, and realm trust, right? Come here again. Parent, tree root, parent, this is parent, tree root, okay? Shortcut trust. Okay, so we have to understand first, then we'll go to practical. Parent child trust. Parent child trust is an automatic trust. Implicit trust means default trust, and it is established two-way trust automatically with the parent and child. Do you need to make, do you want to do you need to configure or something trust with your parents? Your parent and you automatic trust. He is your father and you are his son. You no need to specify or make an agreement between you both that okay, you have a trust relationship, right? So, and it is two-way trust, means you can access my resource and I can access your resource, and it is transitive trust. What is transitive trust? Maybe I will have transitive trust means okay, transitive trust means if I will have, see, this is a child, so parent has already relationship with the child, right? Maybe he will get his own child, maybe he will create his own branch, right? So from this is a child and this is a his parent, right? So automatic parent child trust is here, right? So automatically trust from here to here also is there. That is known as transitive trust. Means if I have a trust between you and me, and if you have a trust with someone, and right, and from me and you the trust type is, the trust type is transitive trust type, then see, if I will make with you, two-way transitive trust, right? Then if I have a trust with you and you have a trust with someone, so that guy is automatically trusted with me. Means if you are my friend and we are transitive trust, right? And you have some other friend, so automatically that friend is my friend. Okay. So this is the transitive trust. Means if you have a trust with me and that trust is transitive trust and this server has a trust with another one, so automatically this and this has a trust. Okay. Okay, so let's do this practical first, right? So we'll go to another. So for this, how many servers you need? One server? Huh? Let's we need two servers and one client. Okay, now see. Yaoundé DC1. Take a snapshot, we'll work on fresh machine for every lab. We'll give 4 GB RAM here. Okay, let's give this 4 GB RAM. Other server will give 2 GB. Here on this server, let come here and take a snapshot as a new server, no active directory, nothing. We will make as a client, as a child, sorry. So what is the IP of this server? 10.1, right? Let's verify. NSLOOKUP is working fine. Okay. Here also you have to check NSLOOKUP, right? Working fine, and you have to see what IP you have here. So I'm using here 10.2. So here I have 10.1, here I have 10.2, right? Okay. So first of all, we have to add this system as a member server to domain, right? So come here, properties as a normal client. We are not okay as a normal client. Click on properties, click on change, and then click on more, ist.com, then click on domain IAST. Add with administrator. So now we are working on trust relationship. Okay, learn it. So in the trust relationship, we added this machine to domain controller. And what is CDC? Understand this also. What is this this child domain controller? CDC. You have to understand what is CDC. See, I have one server here. This is my main server, and I am going to design one CDC. CDC is also known as branch server. This is my main server, means headquarter server, and this is my branch server. Remember, we have also created branch server. So that branch server was additional domain controller, right? So branch server, additional domain controller is also known as a backup server. But this, in that, what was the criteria? Criteria was the replication. Replication must work. if application is not working, is not correct. But here you will say that I want to be your client, I want to be your branch server, I want to be your branch server, but I am not concerned about the data application with you. Your database is separate and my database is separate. My users, if they wants to log in, they will come to me and they will authenticate with me. That's it. It doesn't need that they must authenticated with you and their application. So in that condition you will say, because here you need internet connection to be connected this, right, with that server, and every time the internet connection must be updated. But here no, once you become a client, once in a while you just replicate with your normal information that okay, you are my client, that's it. But for database access is not important. In that condition you make child domain controller. And why we need child domain controller? See, Microsoft has multiple websites: download.microsoft.com, support.microsoft.com, right, documents.microsoft.com, certificates.microsoft.com. So these are what? Child. Okay. See, how I will verify that okay, this is a child domain controller and this is a no, this is a child domain controller, or this is the additional domain controller. Additional domain controller and the main server name is same: Yaoundé DC1 ist.com, Yaoundé DC2 ist.com. Only the computer name is different. But in the child domain controller the name will be Yaoundé DC1 ist.com, and here will be computer name Yaoundé DC2 douala.ist.com, or downloads.ist.com, or training.ist.com. Maybe Panis has multiple branch: training, support, sales. So I'll make okay, sales.ist.com, support.ist.com, like this. So the user who is working in training, he will be, you can create data here. The user who is working in sales, you can create data here, like that. So now it is added now. Now let's add this machine also to domain controller. Okay, this is the client. What is the IP address? 10.20 50 we have given. Okay, here you can make with any user. Why I am not right? I am clicking on more here because it is already there. And why it is already there? Because it was already added last time, right? Yes. IT1. Why I am using IT1? Because IT1 is already there. And if you want to verify, come here, open Active Directory users and computer. So IT1 is already there. And by default, each and every users of your domain controller, they are authorized to add the client machine to domain controller. So let's wait for the both machine. Now see, this window 1 is a client of this Yaoundé one, right? Okay. Okay, now it has been restarted, the server. Now we are going to process of how to make child domain controller. Okay, click on window server manager. Okay. Now come to server. Click on tools. Active Directory, domain and trust. IIST. Right click, properties, trust. Do you have anyone as a trust? No, no problem. Now we are on second server, right? Click add roles. Add roles and features. Next. Normal role based, feature based installation. You are Yaoundé DC2. And why ist.com is coming? Because you are my member, Yaoundé, right? You are the member of IST server. Now what you want to install? Active Directory, domain services, right? And if you are here, right? So do you need DNS or not? Do you need DNS? Yes. So here also you say no, of course I need DNS for my own local branch. Next, 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 and install it. Okay, tell me, how many type of trust you follow? Two type of trust. Tell me. Okay, how many type of trust? How many type of trust? Huh? How? What? Tell me few of them. I'm not telling all. Forest trust, external trust, shortcut trust, realm trust. This it's okay, no problem. Who is giving you money? Lots of money for this enjoyment. This trainer is teaching you. You are doing something else. This is the enjoyment, right? Huh? Oh, great. Okay. Then click here on promote this server as a domain controller. Now tell me, the first one, it was used for, the first option we used to select for additional domain controller, backup server, right? Second, add a new domain in an existing forest. See, automatically child domain came. Who is your parent domain? What is your name? Douala.iist.com. So the main server is what? It is based in Yaoundé. Your branch or child is based in Douala. So what will be his name? His name will be douala.ist.com. Now, who is authorized to install these child Who is authorized? Yaoundé DC1 administrator or Yaoundé DC2 administrator? Yaoundé DC2. Huh? Yaoundé DC1. If it is like this, so any user can connect and he can become my member. The credential must be Yaoundé DC1 administrator. It must come like this. IST administrator. Okay? Not Yaoundé DC2 administrator. Now next. Okay, everything is okay, no problem. This is restore mode password. Everything as normal what we have completed this. Okay, IST administrator next. What is your server name? Dwala. Okay, network. Database location next, next and install. Okay, install it. So meanwhile the installation is going, right? I'll come here on window 1 and window 1 is the client of IIST Yaoundé DC1 IST.com parent server, right? So I'll come here, I'll click, I will log in. Are you getting here anything like something dwala.ist.com something? No, ist.com. IIST IT1 IT1 and I can log in. Okay, restarted, close, automatically it will restart, right? Okay, so as per scenario, for this main server you have one client computer, right? Window 1. So let's, because here also on the branch location also you will create some users, right? Because this is a separate database, you have to create user. It's not that the user will be replicated from server, no. So when you will create users, those users must be able to log in on this system, right? Okay. So for this also, for Yaoundé DC2 also you need one window client, right? somebody reminded me for this one. Okay, so now we are waiting for the reboot. Okay. Okay, so this machine is now restarted, right? After restarting, let's log in on this machine. And what is saying? Are you getting IST? You are getting Dwala administrator. And now if you will come here on your main servers, which is your parent server, IIST server, go to tools, Active Directory, domain and trust, right click, properties, in trust. See, what is this? Who is my trusted server? Trusted server name is dwala.ist.com. And what is the trust type? Child, parent child. Okay. And what is the trust type? Is transitive. And it is automatically, right? We have not created any kind of trust. And see, here is the automatically it is here, right? And if you will come here, I logged in here, right? Now what I will do, I'll come to my LAN card and I will configure my own DNS for my own clients. See, if you want, right? If you want to use one centralized DNS, you can use it. If you want, you can use one centralized DNS, you can use it. So no problem. Let's do centralized DNS. Why should I go and configure everywhere DNS? Let's come here and change the DNS address 10.1. And now in your domain controller, you have to verify that do that Dwala server information is there in your DNS. If the information is there in your DNS, see this Dwala open, right? Is there, right? Dwala has the server, right click. Okay, no problem. Now come here to this system. Now this system wants to join the Dwala server, right? So if you will come to Dwala server, open your Active Directory users and computer. Your domain name is dwala.ist.com. Do you have any users? And nothing has replicated, so the database is separate. So I'm going to create my own OU, DOU, Dwala OU, and I'm going to create user D1. Let's create one more user. And you can see here what is the user is a part of dwala.ist.com, right? User has been created. Now I'm going to add this machine as a Dwala member, right? Because if you'll come here in computers, you don't have any client. So I'll come here. Change more. What should I write here? And here dwala.ist. Dwala domain name. DNS error. Just write full name dwala.iist.com. If you will get error, so we'll create DNS, no problem. Okay, so let's come here and create DNS. Tools, DNS, Yaoundé DC2, forward lookup zone, Dwala.ist, it is already created, reverse lookup zone, new zone. Okay, better to create 192.168.10.2. Next, finish the replication of the DNS controller. Okay, no problem. Just come here and give the IP. Which IP? DNS IP is what? 10.2. So change here to 10.2. 10.2, and for safe side you make 10.1 also. Okay. Close. Now try Dwala. We have to check also whether it is communicating or not. Okay, it's not that we directly try to add with the domain. Okay, so I think we have some problem with the communication. Yes. Okay, why the LAN card was different. Okay, so I'll make the default LAN card. Okay, now the default LAN card has been created, and then write ns lookup and check. NS lookup is working. See, Yaoundé DC2 dwala.ist.com. So when the NS lookup is working, now it will work. What is the name of your user? D1. Password is so on this machine, right? Who used to log in on this machine? The client of Yaoundé IST. Yaoundé IST. Say Yaoundé IST, Douala IST like this. On the parent, right? So the parent users can be able to log in here. See, IT1. IT1 is able to log in here, right? Here on this client machine, Douala users will be able to log in here because this is a client of Douala server. Okay. Now see what is the actual meaning of the trust. Now this Dwala is what? Is the child of IIST, right? Yaoundé server child. Now this resource, just think that this is the ATM machine. Window 1 system is a client of, see here. If you come here, open Active Directory, users and computer, client of, why it is disabled? See here, this is disabled. Why? Because earlier it was, first I have added as a client and then I have promoted this as a domain controller, okay? That's why it is there, don't worry. Now this is a client, and here if you will come in this Dwala server, refresh, this is a client, right? Now if you want to log in on this machine, window 1, and you want to use the user of Dwala, right? Automatically it is allowed. See here, let's come here on this window 1, log off. See, whenever you see, when you do practice, you always keep in mind that whether the machines are running, right? Sometimes we work and machines are down and we are trying to communicate. Okay. In my video also, I was creating some videos yesterday, and my server was off, and I'm trying. What happened? And immediately I saw my server was down. Okay, so you have to check. So I have, from here I logged out from IT1, right? Now I'm going to log in with D1 or D2, right? D2. So what I have to write here? Dwala slash D1 123 at IIHT, and then click enter. And here this client machine is a member of Dwala. Now you can log in with any user which is here, any user. Okay, we'll see. So see, the user of your child is able to use the resource of your parent. Why? Because the trust is automatic. And now maybe if you have another child, automatically trust is there. Okay, but we are not going to work on this because we don't have enough memory also. Sorry. So we are waiting to be restarted of this machine. When it will restart, we will log in with what? Yes, IIST parent user. Okay, let's wait. Machine, which is the client of Dwala server, child server client. So this machine is now restarted. Now we'll click on other user. So let's first log in with the Dwala user, then we'll log in with that, right? So I'm going to log in with D2. So let's log in with first your, are you able to log in with your own local user? So just for now you have logged in with the local user. Now we'll try to log in with the IIST parent users on this machine. And here also that Dwala user. Why is taking time? Because of the user replication, the data replication to this, authentication, authorization, many things are checked. Now come here, right click. I am on which ATM server? Which ATM machine? The machine of IIST. Or you can say the computer of IIST. see here, D1 is able to log in, right? Okay, now what we can do here, now we are waiting here for the local user to be completed. When the local user will be log into this machine successfully, then we will log in with IST user, IST parent user. Now here on this window 2, which is the client of Dwala, right? Here the normal user, the local user is successfully logged in. Okay, D2 is able to log in. Now what I am going to do, log off. And we'll log in with which user? Tell me. IT1, HR, which user? HR? 2. See, here we are doing that lab, right? But when you do the lab, all machines, whether the server or client, time zone must be same. Here we are just doing, okay. So come here, and right now what I have to type here, IIHT slash HR2 and the password. So the resource both and why they are this user is able to access resource of IST users are able to access the resource of Dwala, and Dwala users are able to access the resource of parent, right? Why? Because it's a two-way trust. Now here we logged in with the parent user who is HR2. Desktop icon settings. HR2. So this is all about your this first trust, parent child trust. Now we have 5 remaining, but 5 we are not going to do all, because realm trust is the trust with the, where is the realm trust? Realm trust is you have to make a trust with another operating system. Like these all trust is with the Microsoft operating system, and this is the trust with maybe Linux. Apple has also some OS, right? Macintosh OS something, but Mac OS. Yes, yes. So this we are not going to do, but at least we'll do all this. So this is all about your default, or what default trust means, parent child trust, which is already default or implicit when you create this, and it is what you have to understand, what is trust and what is trust type and what is transitive, right? Okay, so let me close this video and we'll go with the another video. Type 2. Okay, what is the type 2? Type 2 is tree root trust.